The characters of this film are Mike and Kate. They are supposed to stay 50 days in a room with bright white decor for a psychological experiment. If they can remain together for 50 days, they will each receive $10 million, and if one of them chooses to leave and presses the red button, the price will be reduced to only $1 million. Let's see how they did on their mission to win this challenge. Kate suggested splitting the money in half, and he agreed. They then began exploring the room, where they discovered a double bed, a digital clock, and an instruction panel. They receive meals in containers that gives nutritional requirements. When they go to the toilet, a voice broadcast on the wall informs them that only one person can enter the toilet at a time. If two people go in, they will not receive any money. Mike is initially excited about what he wants to do with the money. When the lights go off at night, Mike wants to have sex with Kate, but she refuses because she is afraid the professor of that experiment will be observing them. They are still having fun by playing and exercising. The underutilized treats system allows Michael and Kate to spend $100,000 of the winnings on something to distract their attention. Mike then made the decision to indulge. He received a green art tool after tapping the treat button. Mike began painting on the blank walls because he felt thrilled. Kate wants him to create a portrait of her. Then he began sketching pictures of her on the walls. After a few days, they find a gun on their bathroom sink, which frightens Kate. They are aware that they are not allowed to keep it in their wardrobe. That is why they throw it under their bed. In the next scene, video recordings of their family members are shown on the screen. The first video shows Mike's sister congratulating Mike and talking about their daily lives. After watching that video, Mike became happy. However, when Kate receives a video of her father, she shouts to stop the video, but it continues to play, which is why she leaves because she does not want to listen to him speak. Later, she tells Mike how difficult her life has been because of her alcoholic father. Mike requests another treat because he has been feeling increasingly anxious throughout the day. On the next treat, a woman with a naked body enters with the name Simon.
Hey.
But she is actually an actress who will be paid for this role. But a 10 rages Kate greatly. Kate tells Mike to give Simon his shirt so she can cover herself. Later that night, they were planning how they would slip. While Mike decides to sleep on the floor and let Kate and Simon sleep on the bed. But Kate advises him to sleep on the bed. After that, Kate felt anxious and wanted to treat herself to ecstasy. She gave those tablets to Simon and Mike, and they all had a good time dancing and kissing each other. But after a while, Mike begins to have hallucinations that he is drowning in deep water. By observing this, Kate attempted to wake him up from his sleep. He then explains why he is not over. He then describes how he is still bothered by the trauma of not being able to save his younger brother since he was high at that time. Kate became angry when she saw Mike and Simone awake and conversing in the middle of the night. Mike became enraged when Kate and Simone began fighting over him, and he tried to stop them by shouting. Simone then told Kate that they were just talking. When Simone leaves the next morning, Kate finds a letter written on the wall explaining how she became happy after spending one night with Mike. Kate then questioned Mike about it. In response, Mike clarifies that he did not have sex with Simone. However, Kate did not believe that and pushed him over a wall. For this, he got injured and starts bleeding. After that, he begged her to leave the project, but she refused, telling him that they wouldn't get paid if they pressed the exist button. After a minute, when his bleeding begins to slow, he becomes angry and complains that she doesn't care about him and she is doing everything just for the money. Mike then makes an attempt to convince Kate that it is not worthwhile to risk their health in exchange for the money. But Kate said that he can say that because he is wealthy, has a wealthy father, and has grown up around money, so failing the experiment won't have any impact on him. Kate, on the other hand, claims she isn't all that wealthy. She also has no intention of forfeiting the reward money, and she has no intention of giving up the prize money. Then, in the following scene, Mike decides to leave after this incident, but Kate begs him to stay because if he does,
Stay.
the prize money will be reduced to $1 million, but Mike refuses, so Kate threatens to kill him by pointing a gun at his head. but he doesn't care and leaves the room by pressing that red button. The next scene shows Kate alone in the immaculate room. After a few days, she became depressed while staring at Mike's green crayon artwork. Her success was only a matter of days away, but she approaches the red buzzer that she is supposed to press to get outside. Whether Kate actually pressed the red button is not revealed in the film. However, Mike can be seen outside running right towards the end of the film. While running, he comes upon Kate, who just left a facility where her father is getting treatment for his drug addiction. It is found that they haven't interacted since the experiment. As they walk toward her car, he asks if she finished the experiment, and she turns the conversation back to him. A plaque outside the facility's gate tells us that its new kitchen was made possible by an anonymous donor. The movie concludes with a new couple, Sandy Williams and Jason Wright, entering the Immaculate Chamber. Sandy says, with a smile, "This is going to change everything."
This was the video, guys. Make sure to like, share, subscribe and comment.